what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So we got a quick little mod night tonight. These are a couple things that I've been wanting for the car. Now this right here, this is a compressive tuning intake shroud. Basically, it directs the airflow coming in from the grill straight into the actual intake. Right now, the stock one, the holes are much smaller. There's no actual snorkel underneath to actually, force the air into the intake. And there's some really good videos. Subaru has one where they actually show the airflow, how much better air actually flows from this. So this is a pretty cool little mod. Plus it looks way nicer. It should be interesting because I am running the Perrin radiator shroud here. It should fit no problem, but I'm pretty sure it's going to cover this whole part. So the little plaque right here, you're not gonna be able to see, which is not a big deal. And also the little scoop right here, I am running the lower class garage front chassis bar here. I think it's gonna go behind it or right above it. So we'll see how that fits. If not, no big deal. My main concern, I just wanted something nicer here. And this definitely, fits the bill here. It's really nice. It's finished in wrinkle black. You can get it in a couple different colors. You get the black, red, and I believe they have the neon green, I think. You could also get custom colors as well, but I think it's about another $200 to get it into a custom color that they offer, or any specific color that you want. For me, black was fine. I didn't want anything crazy. I didn't want white. I thought it'd be a little too much. I don't want this to stand out too much. I just wanted to clean it up. And also you see down here is Titanium Works Engine Bay dress-up kit. Now, I've been wanting to get some nice bolts and everything to go in the engine bay. I was thinking about going with some other brands, but ultimately I wanted true titanium hardware. Now, there's some other brands out there that people are very familiar with that offer really, really nice kits. But the issue with that is they're just normal bolts, either anodized or painted. And I believe they're painted because I actually have a buddy of mine who has this company's hardware kit. And it's starting to peel, and you see the normal color bolt underneath. So you're spending all this money for a nice kit, and then it's gonna peel or fade over time. So I decided to go with a little bit more expensive, a little bit nicer in my opinion, engine bay kit. Now this is by Titanium Works. These are all titanium, actual real titanium. It's not fake, it's not steel or anything like that that's just been burned. This is actually real titanium bolts that have been colored, like how titanium does. But my idiot self, I realized that I'm not going to be able to use a couple of these. If you look behind here, this says hood hinge. This is for a stock hood. Stock hood is 12 millimeter. I'm running the VIS Racing V2 hood. The bolts are 13 millimeter, so I'm not going to be able to use those. Now, if you notice this one, this is the suspension tower bolts, or nuts, or whatever you want to call it. That one I'm not going to be able to use either because I'm running the Perrin strut bar. Now, if you notice, the hole here is much smaller, so that bigger nut is not going to be able to fit in there. I can use one right there, which I might. Otherwise, they're pretty hidden, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's one of those things that I was like, oh, geez, I should have kind of done my research before I bought them. Go all here on the headlight, on my brand new headlights. They come along up here as well. Also, the battery bolts here will look really nice. And I also got two other things that is not normally in the kit. I got the MAF sensor screws, so these two little screws right here, which is a nice little touch. And also the AC line caps. Now, if you notice here, there's one there. And you come around here, there's one down there. The blue is really ugly, kind of stands out to me. To normal people, you probably won't notice it, but for me, since I changed all the caps and everything and made everything kind of look clean, I wanted to get those taken care of. So I got the little cap set as well. There's the L and the H. So those just go right over it. They don't screw on or anything. So you just use some double-sided tape and they stick right on. So let's get to installing all this. I don't think I'm going to really do a walkthrough of how to install it all, mainly because there's lots of videos on this stuff. But I'll show you some footage and stuff of me putting it on and seeing what I can use. So it should be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to it. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get to installing. I'm kind of fed up. Sometimes things just don't go the way as planned. I'm not able to use the scoop, which I kind of expected. I tried bending it and everything to get it to fit, but it just was not fitting with the lower class garage bar there. It just gets in the way too much right here, which is okay. I'm not really that bent up about it. But the nice part is, you know, there's a much bigger opening here. This part's a little nicer, and it looks really clean. But I just test fitted the Perrin radiator cover right here over this, and it covers all that. So that titanium bolt is covered, that badge is covered, which is all right. You know, I'm not, whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. You know, I was thinking about cutting it down or something like that and seeing if I can get it to fit, but it just really wasn't. And there's just too much stuff up front to really get it to fit correctly. And, you know, if I was able to bend it up, but it would be literally pointing straight up and it would actually block air from coming in. So I just scrapped the scoop idea, and I much prefer the bar there. So for 270 bucks, I got a nice plate here with a bigger opening. That's pretty much going to be completely covered because the intake goes on right here, and then the Perrin shroud. So there's not going to be much showing of this at all. But, you know, things like that happens, and that's part of modifying cars. So let me get the intake back on. Let me get everything kind of situated here, and then we'll start throwing on, you know, some of the titanium works bolts, see what fits, see what doesn't fit, and then we'll go from there. We are done. I ended up actually being able to use most of the titanium works bolts. The only ones I wasn't able to use was the strut nuts over here. I only used one, which is okay. You know, I just couldn't fit them in the Perrin strut brace right here. You can't even see the nuts anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I was able to use one. I figure I might as well use it since I obviously bought it. But I was surprised I was actually able to use the hood hinges. They're actually the same thread, but the actual nut is still 13, so it still fit. So I was happy about that. But everything else looks absolutely beautiful. I think it's a really, really nice touch. I love the MAF sensor screws. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, also a really nice touch to the new headlights. You know, it's obviously such a shame that I had to cover it up with the Perrin radiator shroud. Obviously, I didn't have to do that, but I really, really like that, and I think it looks really nice with all the engine bay stuff. So I decided to hang on to it. I could always take it off if I want to. Here's the battery nuts right there, which is nice little touch. I was able to use one for the fender, headlights. It turned out really nice, and I really like the AC line caps. You just use some double-sided 3M tape and stick it on, so it's nothing too complicated, but it adds a nice little touch and gets rid of that ugly baby blue in the engine bay. Obviously, I wasn't able to use the scoop from the compressive tuning Shroud, but the really nice part about it is look how much more open this is. So with the wider grille here and just the bigger opening, I still think it's going to allow much more airflow into the intake. It's just not going to be as direct as if I had the scoop on there. But, you know, hey, it's part of the modding game. You know, sometimes things just don't work out and you got to kind of go with the flow. And I was totally okay with that. You know, I was really trying to get it to fit, just so, you know, if anybody was interested in having both the lower class garage front chassis bar that I have and, you know, do the same exact compressive tuning shroud here, you know, I'd be able to do it. I'm sure if I had some better tools and some, you know, metal bending tools or something like that, I'd be able to work something out. But I wasn't really that bent out of shape about it. So, you know, maybe if somebody's interested, they can just pick up the scoop for like 50 bucks or something like that. You know, I did bend it a little bit, but I can bend it back. So I don't know, I'll probably just hang on to it just to keep it as a set in case I ever sell it. But it's so funny, you know, this thing was 270 bucks. And literally 70–80% of it is covered. So, I mean, whatever. Knowing it's there, knowing it's much cleaner than this piece of plastic, it's really super flimsy. Also, if you notice the difference, see, look at the holes there compared to that. So much more airflow, much more open. So I'm glad I got rid of this thing. And plus it's, look at it. So yeah, big improvement. Obviously, I don't think it's something that I'm going to feel when I'm driving, but, you know, just knowing it's getting more air and everything. Plus, it has a diverter in there, which you can't see, but, you know, all the air is just going to sit in this area and go straight into the intake. But I figured I'd make a little video for you guys. I was going to break it up into two, you know, do just the engine bay bolt dress-up kit and the compressive tuning. But I figured I'm doing it all at once. Might as well make it one video and not make you guys wait for the next video, because I know sometimes everybody just wants to see everything go on at once, and I figured this was a good opportunity just to knock it all out here. Also, update, I got new taillights. I actually ended up selling the current ones that I have, the Subaru TR style, which I've had on the car for probably about a year, a little over a year now. Absolutely love these, but I want to try a different style. The one thing that I'm not crazy about these is the individual LEDs. I don't like how that looks. It looks a little too, I don't know, a little cheap to me. I love the red running light. I think it looks really nice. But the individual LEDs kind of, I don't know, I got tired of it. So I am trying the V2 Subaru ones, which is the updated version of the Subaru taillights. It's a little bit different design. There's not individual LEDs, so I'm gonna give those a try and see if I like them any better than these. If not, I'll just go back to my OEM custom modified taillights that I did a while ago, but I figured I might as well change it up. So that will be coming. So I'll give you guys a review and a little install for you on that. But otherwise, that's all I got for you guys for tonight. Engine bay is looking absolutely beautiful. The headlights look even nicer with the titanium works bolts. I think it looks really cool, especially with all the carbon and everything. Really nice. I spend so much time in the engine bay, so it's really fun to kind of dress this stuff up and make it a little bit more special every time I open the hood. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to ask them below. I'll be happy to answer. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you in the next one.